Every modern electronic device we see these days is somehow based on the concept of antenna and wave propagation. So what is antenna actually? An antenna is a device which takes an RF signal from a circuit and converts it into electromagnetic wave so that it can travel freely in the space. Similarly, it can also receive EM waves from the free space and forward it to the RF circuit. So we can say that the antenna is basically a link between the guiding device and the free space. The figure here shows how the antenna works like a transition device. We have a source, a transmission line, and the antenna given in the figure. This is a video about the basics of antenna design and HFSS. So let's get started with the basics of antenna. The first property which we talk here is reciprocity, which states that if the antenna is transmitting or even if it is receiving, it will have the same characteristics. As per the definition of the antenna which we have discussed before, whenever the antenna is fed with the signal, it emits the electromagnetic radiation in space. This radiation is done in a certain pattern, and when this pattern is represented graphically, we call this pattern as the radiation pattern. The next property which we discuss now is the input impedance of the antenna. The real part of the antenna impedance denotes power that is either radiated or absorbed within the antenna. The imaginary part of the impedance represents the power that is stored in the near field of the antenna. This power is also known as the non-radiated power of the antenna. In the circuit shown here, the power delivered to the antenna will be given by the formula shown in the figure. Here ZA is the impedance of the antenna while ZS is the source impedance. If the antenna impedance is much smaller than the source impedance, then obviously no power will be delivered to the antenna. Similarly, if the source impedance is smaller than the antenna impedance, then again less power will be delivered. So basically what we had to do is we had to match the input impedance of the antenna with the source impedance, which includes the impedance of the transmission cable as well as the impedance of the RF circuit. So the circuit which we are using for creating this match is known as the impedance matching circuit. In most of the cases, the input impedance is always taken to be as 50 ohms. I think now will be a good time to have a break. In the next video, we will discuss about the details of antenna and the other terminologies associated with it.